Hello, I'm Renee with Red Orchid Travel. Thanks so much for joining us here today. I'm especially excited about today's topic because we're diving into Explora Journeys. It's a luxury cruise line I have been following since before they even had ships in the water, and now they have even more ships. So there's more than one. Very exciting. I'm going to let my friend Patricia tell you more about the exciting details in a minute. How you doing, Patricia?
I'm good and so excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
I love you being here too. And this has been a little passion of mine for a long
Hmm.
while. So happy we could connect. Patricia is my partner in all things Explora Journeys here in Canada. And I've invited her along for a deep dive, and we can discuss what makes this brand so special. We'll talk about who it's for, what they stand for, and why they're making big waves in the luxury cruise world. So, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Patricia, and she's going to tell us everything.
I love it. Thank you. And this is an exciting moment because Renee and I have been speaking for quite some time, and there was a twinkle in her eye very early on, and she knew this was special, as did I, because we did hear about this product before it was in the water, but we knew we were onto something really special. So, Explore Journeys really has taken a new approach to the luxury ocean space. And we've done this in a few different ways. So, essentially, we wanted to come out with a new style of ocean travel. There are lots of cruise lines out there already that do what they do so well. We really wanted to take a look and say, hey, what's missing out there? There's a need out there. What is that? And we really came up with this idea of Explore Journey, and we really do believe we're in a category of one. But we didn't just come up with this idea on our own. We actually spent 4 months with McKinsey Consulting and asked 20,000 potential guests of ours what it is that they were looking for in their luxury ocean travel. Why did they choose their vacation? What do they love about cruising? What don't they love? Why did they choose a land vacation? And from all of this extensive research, Explora Journeys was born, which I think is incredibly powerful because it's the consumer that decided how this brand was going to be. So from that research, we actually have our 4 brand pillars. So guests first and foremost told us they wanted space. And interestingly enough, this research was done in 2018. So if people wanted space back then, you know, and I know, and anybody listening knows, space is a luxury in and of itself. So we have space within the largest suites that we have on board, space while you're on board in the different public spaces. We have lots of different areas. So there's never any crowding. You really do feel that luxury of having your own space carved out for you. The second pillar is guests wanted choice. So choice is a really tricky one in the sense of you want that small feeling of a small ship and the luxury. Sometimes when the ship is small, you can only offer so much choice because you only have so much square footage. So our ship is actually 64,000 tons and very purposely decided that size so that we can offer choice to our guests. And by choice, whether it's our 6 restaurants, our 12 bars and lounges, our 4 different pools, really important for our guests. Next was design. So design was really interesting. Guests were like, we know what cruise ships look like. We know in our minds, if we close our eyes, we see that, center staircase with a chandelier. And I know not every cruise line looks like that, but you kind of get that idea. We really stripped out those elements and really designed our ship to look that of a luxury land resort. And you'll definitely see that as I take you through. And immersive journeys. So, as much as the ship is the destination, and it absolutely is the destination, where we take you to is really important. So, we'll always be anchored in main well known places. So, whether it's Miami or Barbados or Barcelona or Rome, but then we'll hit those unique spots. So, we'll go to St. Bart's in the Caribbean. So, not somewhere that many cruise lines go to in the Mediterranean. We'll go to well-known spots, but then we'll visit the Patmos Island in Greece or Otranto in Italy and things that you're not used to hearing, but really charming places to visit. So as we move into space to kick off, I think our homes at sea is a great way to start. So we have the largest lead-in category within our space. So we start at 377 square feet, which is unheard of and is quite large. So in front of you, you see quote unquote our entry level. I always use that very cheeky because Entry level sounds a little silly to say with our brand, because as you're walking in, this is what you're going to get. So beautifully appointed suite. You have that beautiful king size bed, and it's a proper king size bed. We have configurations with twins. Otherwise, it's a proper king, no little taco to roll into as you're going to sleep at night. You'll be greeted with a French bottle of chilled champagne, as well as a bottle of spirit and wine to enjoy for the duration of our journey. Beautiful lounge area to sit. You'll also find 2 reusable, refillable water bottles. And why is that? Very sustainable on board, well past removing straws, forgive me. And that's actually a keepsake for yourself, but we have filtered water stations all over the ship, and that is something that you can take off the ship with you as well. As we move into our bathroom area, beautifully heated marble flooring. As you can see, that walk-in shower, this image doesn't even do it justice, like beautiful walk-in shower, luxury bathroom amenities. To the left, you can see that walk-in closet a little bit more, lots of space to hang everything up, tuck everything away, really feel like a home at sea. And perhaps my favorite feature is you pull out that vanity drawer and you find that wonderful Dyson blow dryer. Maybe not as relevant for the men, but for the women like myself that take 45 minutes to dry this mop, dry it in 10 minutes or less. Just another beautiful way to add to the experiences you'll find on Explora Journeys. You know, you're not booking Explora because we have a Dyson dryer, but man, are you going to talk about that Dyson dryer when you come home to all of your friends and family. Now, each and every one of our suites has a terrace. Every terrace is a daybed and dining table, also purposeful. Daybed, guests told us they wanted to retreat back, relax, connect with the ocean. That daybed will give you plenty of space to relax, pop in a podcast, read a book, take a nap. Dining table, very purposeful because all day in-suite dining is included. So my personal suggestion is always to ask that room service be delivered to your suite, set up outdoors. You know, approach your day with a nice cup of coffee, enjoy your breakfast. We also arrive at non-traditional times. So what do I mean by that? I mean, we arrive at, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., let's call it, and stay in port for 11 to 12 hours on average. So that means you don't have to go to bed early the night before. You can ease into your morning, get ready, be done with the day, and get off and enjoy the destination you happen to be in. And especially in the Mediterranean, I find, if the sun isn't setting, you're not looking at your watch because odds are you have many hours ahead of you. So really focusing on that relaxation piece of it. Now we do have 2 more categories. So we have our ocean penthouses. So as the name implies, we're now going to grow in space. You're going to expand that living area and your sleeping area. We're able to add in a dining space within the suite. And then as you would imagine, that terrace continues to extend based on the length of your actual suite. And then last but not least are our ocean residences. So beautifully designed, beautifully appointed. The key with the residence category is that there is butler service included. So that butler's there for those guests that are really looking for a personalized experience. This would be absolutely the category for them. Now you're really going to see that separation from bedroom to living space. As you can see, beautifully appointed. We have beautiful wraparound terraces, and each residence has also its own world tub for guests to enjoy. Just to touch a little bit on multi-gen travel, so we do welcome children on board. We have 78 connecting suites, so really great for families of 4. We have curated destination experiences, but we do protect our adult-only spaces. What we're seeing with children in travel is we're seeing either the little guys, or we're seeing that older teenagers, that 15, 16, 17-year-old. And where this is really beneficial is if you're thinking of multi-gen travel, perhaps you're celebrating a 50th wedding anniversary. Odds are you have adult children and they have their own children that are hitting their teens and young adulthood. This gives families a really wonderful opportunity to choose Explora Journeys. We do have a Nautilus Club. Our Nautilus Club is obviously for our children. So we have pool tables and foosball tables, Xboxes, PlayStations, VR sets, everything that makes children not speak to one another. We are offering. Just kidding. We also have hosts in there that will take you out to sport courts and do different activities. So we definitely do take care of our families should they choose us for their vacation. Now, culinary experiences. So each and every week we do surveys. As our guests come off, how was your experience? Rate the different areas. I will say our 2 shining stars that always comes a 5-star is our culinary experiences and our service on board. Those absolutely we can hang our hat on. And having been on board myself, culinary is absolutely fantastic. So it's another way that we took a look at the style of journeying and how we were going to come to the market a little bit differently. So through the research, guests told us they no longer wanted that main dining room with, an early and a late seating. They didn't want a buffet. So we listened and we presented 6 restaurants for our guests to choose from. So this alone already changes the whole vibe and the whole feeling on board to that of a luxury land resort, more so than what we're used to in traditional cruising. So looking at the restaurants, we have Fil Rouge. So this is our French-inspired restaurant. So you'll find things like foie gras, a Dover sole that they come directly to your table and debone in front of you. Each and every night they do a souffle and they change the flavors. So you'll find people just come in for dessert each night just to see what the souffle is. This is the one image I will say is most in line with what we are used to seeing for traditional dining. Really important to note, we don't have any formal nights on board Explora. That came through loud and clear on the research. Guests really wanted to be relaxed on board, maybe not pack a sport coat and a fancy dress. Maybe they're working all the time wearing clothes like that. So what I say, we call it elegant chic. What I say is, however you would dress in your hometown for a nicer dinner, that's kind of the expectation on Explora. So we still look nice, just a little bit more relaxed because we are on vacation after all. Our next restaurant is Med Yacht Club. So this is our Mediterranean style restaurant. Really, really beautifully decorated, so very nautically themed. The idea in this restaurant is more of like a tapas sharing menu, so great way to try different menu items from Italy, Spain, Greece, even North African items, followed by your main and dessert. There's also a beautiful bar in here, so great for pre and post dinner drinks. Our next restaurant is Marble & Co., so our steakhouse. So we source all of our beef locally. We have a dry ager on board, so really great option here. But perhaps you don't eat meat and you think, oh, well, that kind of eliminates that option. Not true. Each and every one of our restaurants has an extensive vegan menu, from appetizers to mains to desserts. This does not eliminate anything. We really want to make sure that we're catering to all different dietary desires. So vegan being one of them. Gluten-free is also indicated on all of our menus as well, and there's plenty of options there for you. Next up is Sakura, perhaps my favorite, mainly because I cannot cook any of these dishes, but really pretty restaurants. We have Japanese, Thai, and Vietnamese food in here. There's also a wonderful sushi bar. We're open for lunch on port days, so another great option here, but just absolutely wonderful environment. And again, the decor just really gets a lot of praise, so really beautiful option. Now, I mentioned we removed main dining rooms and buffets, because none of us like buffets, let's be real today. However, what is the beauty of buffets? I know you're thinking there is no beauty. There is. Buffets offer a quick option, right? So sometimes you just really want to go in and quickly eat a breakfast or quickly have a lunch or just a snack. And that's where buffets have always been very practical, but we obviously want to keep the luxury element of our culinary program. So what we're introducing is our marketplace. So our marketplace has 18 live cooking stations that will evolve from breakfast to lunch to dinner. So at breakfast, you might be having a chia seed bowl or a smoothie, or across the road, you'll find scrambled eggs and bacon. At lunchtime, different sandwiches and soups and freshly made pizza. In front of you, you'll see our pasta bar. Our pasta is all made fresh daily on board. We have multiple sauces to choose from. And then funny enough, usually around day 3 or 4, like all of us do, and even if you don't want to admit it, we walk through the buffet. Let's just go look and see what's at the buffet when we're on traditional cruise lines. Well, people do that at our marketplace. And then you are wildly surprised when you walk in and you see freshly shucked oysters and you see crab legs and freshly carved prime rib. So the quality of ingredients in Emporium Marketplace is stellar and actually comes out on top most times because the variety is just fantastic. Now, there's one other option for restaurants, and that's Anthology. There is a fee associated with this, and the best way I can describe this restaurant is it's like a Michelin star style restaurant. So our head of culinary, Franck Garanger, has created a 7-course tasting menu. So if you're a foodie and you love understanding how ingredients come together, the chef comes out, explains it all to you, and then pairs it with a glass of wine. This is the experience for you. So there is an additional fee for this. And really, I always suggest that if you're celebrating something or there's a nice occasion, this is a really wonderful experience. Now, another way that we changed up how Explora Journeys comes to life is our lounging option. So guests told us they really weren't looking for performances in main theaters or anything like that. So we really had to flip entertainment on its head and understand what we can do to bring this differently to the marketplace. So we actually have 12 bars and lounges to choose from. You only see 6 here in front of you. And we do multiple things and we create the right vibe for the right time. So, during the day, we'll have different activities. So whether it's learning about the different areas of the world that we're traveling to, whether there's different luminaries talking about different topics, right down to how to photograph with your iPhone. So different activities such as this. You'll find DJ sets. You'll find, kind of a beach club vibe at a pool bar one night, and then that moves over to the evening somewhere else. So to paint the picture of a few different options for you, so you see our Journeys lounge here in front of you. So our largest lounge on the ship, very musically based. So we'll have a 5-piece band. We'll have multiple singers. The theme will change each night. That dance floor fills up, and there's a beautiful bar at the back with our mixologist. So a really lively place, to sing along and enjoy. Our Stern Lounge is another option. So really great place before dinner. There's always a singer and a guitarist playing some light music. And then in the evening hours, we will do silent disco or just have our resident DJ. And this will go till the wee hours of the morning. If you're looking to have more of a conversation, our malt whiskey bar, this is by far my favorite spot. Such a beautiful spot, fantastic views, especially at sunset. All those smoky drinks. I don't drink whiskey, but I love that smoky smell. Great place to have a conversation. Perhaps you were in port that day and you just want to recap. It's a really wonderful spot. And then I always want to end on our lobby bar. So remember at the beginning, I said, when you think of the design of a ship, you think of that staircase and chandelier. Absolutely. That's sort of a blueprint of cruising. This is the center of our ship. So if I were to put this image in front of you and you did not know it was a cruise, you would say, oh, what hotel lobby bar is that? And that's the goal that we're going for. We're really trying to build ourselves like a luxury land resort and open up opportunities. Maybe you yourself has never been experienced ocean travel and you've always traditionally gone on land. This may open up that opportunity because it really does feel different than what else is out there. Now, poolside leisure and ocean wellness, also 2 very key components of the relaxing part of your vacation. So we have 4 pools to choose from. 3 heated outdoor, 1 indoor, 64 cabanas for shade, and multiple indoor and outdoor whirlpools. So remember I said lots of space, lots of choice. This gives you that opportunity to find that comfortable daybed, enjoy at one of the different pools and really relax. Our indoor pool is really beautiful. So obviously the retractable roof so it can protect against the elements should we not have great weather or traveling somewhere a little bit colder. In the evening, this also dubs as an entertainment venue. So we'll play movies in the evening, give you those headsets. We'll do different snacks and drinks. So really fun spot here. You'll also find a gelato spot and a creperie as well as a bar. So great, great area. Now, inclusive of the journey is our ocean wellness spa. So every single guest on the ship has access to this area. So you see in front of you the hydrotherapy pool. We also have steam showers and saunas, salt caves, heated marble loungers, 9 different elements for you to choose from. If you're looking for a massage or a facial or anything like that, we absolutely have that, obviously for an additional fee, but plenty of treatment spaces for that. And tied nicely with this is our fitness program. So you see our spin bikes in front of you facing the ocean. So another great way to connect to that way. We have rowers. We also have a running track and a sport court, which essentially can be dubbed as a pickleball court because we play that all the time. And such a great social. We really picked up on the idea. We were just doing it once a day. Now we're doing it multiple times a day, because people meet each other, then they kind of go to the Journeys Lounge, they play trivia, and it's a great way to meet other guests on board if that's what you're looking for. We also have a studio that runs 5 classes a day, 30 minutes each, which are included in the journey. Classes could be stretching, meditation, or yoga. It could be cardio, strength training. We also have restorative Pilates on board. Lots of different options fully included. Or if you prefer to do your fitness activity on your own, no problem. Techno Gym is all the equipment we have there available for you. So I weave this in as we talked, but I want to be very clear on everything that's included in the journey. So an in-suite welcome bottle of champagne, along with a bottle of spirit and wine to enjoy for the duration of your journey. All unlimited beverages, fine wines, and premium spirits. Also really important to note, perhaps you're someone that doesn't enjoy alcohol or doesn't drink alcohol. no problem at all. We have multiple mocktails on board because really the beauty is when you're sitting perhaps at that lobby bar, it's really interacting with that mixologist. It's watching them put the ingredients together, shaking it up and getting to know them. So we have plenty of mocktails to choose from as well. Our sophisticated, varied culinary experiences, as I mentioned, our spa thermal area, well-being and fitness program, complimentary high-speed Wi-Fi, so important. So we have the strongest Wi-Fi at sea, and I know many people say that, but the reason we do this, we have 2 satellite providers. We have a router in each and every suite to ensure that high-speed Wi-Fi. Each guest within the suite has 3 devices, so no need to log in and log out. And why this is all important is because our target age on Explora is between 45 and 65. And that tells us we likely have an affluent working traveler. And as much as we don't like to admit it, we do pack that laptop and we do perhaps have to log in for that one meeting or send that one file, especially sending that one file. We want you to be able to send that file really quickly without seeing that spinning wheel of death. But just overall, Wi-Fi is an expectation, but it's not always up to our standards. Explora ensures that. All onboard gratuities are included and shuttle services from port to city center. Nice little touch, especially in the Mediterranean when it's really, really hot. You know, that shuttle will take you to the city center and it'll run every 30 minutes. So really good on the way back when you're just tired and you see the ship and you're like, oh, someone can just get me there. That Explora shuttle is there to take you over. So as Renee mentioned at the very beginning, so we went from no ships to now 2 ships and a third one on the way. So very exciting. Explora 1 joined the family or began this whole Explora Journeys family in August of 23. In September of 24, Explora 2 joined and Explora 3 deployment is open for her and she will join the fleet in summer of 26. And in 3 short years, we'll have 6 ships altogether, which is quite incredible. We went from this dream to now almost 6 ships, which is wonderful. The map you see in front of you are the areas of the world we currently venture to. Remember, we only have 2 ships in the water, so we can only go so far. So right now she is seated in the Caribbean for the winter time, in the summer months, and an extended summer into the fall Mediterranean journeys. And then as Explora 3 gets added, we will add back Northern Europe, Iceland, and Greenland. And then again, these little dots will start spreading around the world as we continue to add our fleet, but lots of wonderful destinations to choose from. So I say the time is now. Renee has been watching this brand closely. I joined this brand a year before it launched, you know, and there was always this, it needs to be in the water. I just need to read a little testimonial. There's always been that piece of it. And I fully understand that's human nature. You know, the media is talking about us, and this is just a small snippet of the things that they're saying. You know, if I read out what Vanity Fair says, it's like being a guest in a luxury yacht or hotel, but sailing the seas, which beautifully captivates what Explora Journeys is all about. In addition to that, we've won over 30 awards in 2024, which those of us that work for this brand, we take a lot of pride because we know how wonderful this product really is. And we're getting recognized by the Condé Nast of the world, Travel and Leisure, Cruise Critics. So lots of different things. People are talking. There is something new and special. I definitely encourage you to try it. I think it's just such an unbelievable product. I have no doubt that you would be happy if you chose us for your next vacation. And in order to choose us, definitely connect with Renee and Red Orchid Travel. She is a cruise connoisseur and such a lovely human being. So she absolutely, if she believes in something, I believe in something too. So.
Thank you. You know, you said something there that I am going to tag on.
Ooh.
And I'm not sure if I'm quoting this exactly, but I love it. If the sun isn't setting and you don't wear a watch, you know you have many more hours in your day.
I
Who
love
doesn't
that you
want
caught
that
that.
as a tagline? Like, I want my cruise to have that as my tagline.
Oh, I'm so glad you caught that because that was me. I was there in the Med last summer and I was like, the sun's not even close to going down. We have so many hours. I did so much in port that day because I didn't have to rush, which I think is what sometimes stresses us all out. So we don't have to do that anymore on Explora. 11 to 12 hours in port, and almost every single journey also has an overnight. So you get even more hours to spend and destination.
So you get that cultural dive in the destination as well, which I love. But I love that quote. I am adopting that quote.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for introducing the new people who may not have heard of Explora or may not know the deep dive. I hope you've all enjoyed the deep dive today with Patricia, who is excellent. And I feel there's so many special touches in this presentation to get to that anthology 7-course tasting with the chef. Elegant chic. It's not going to be dressy nights. It's elegant chic. That is really stunning for me to have that as well as an explanation. But hey, if you're not working with a travel advisor and you're thinking about your next luxury cruise, I'd love to help make that seamless from start to finish. Red Orchid Travel serves clients across Canada and the United States, offering exclusive amenities that you can't find anywhere else. From pre and post stays to flights to every detail in between, we ensure your journey is effortless. Effortless.
I love it.
Reach out today. I thought you'd like that. Reach out today and let's start planning your next journey together.
Beautiful.
So there's my contact information, and love to hear from anybody. Just even comment below on this YouTube presentation and tell us your thoughts. Put in your comments. Love that.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. All righty. Bye for now.